because you shouldn't have any regrets in life that मैंने नहीं बोला था जब time था. So yeah.
Doubt I had, the only question I had, that how much time do I have to do this?
ऐसी फिल्में आई हैं लेकिन मुझे लगा कि यार अभी थोड़ा टाइम चेंज हो गया, मे बी शायद they will like it, but I don't know ऐसे कैसे कि you are recommending it.
Someone who's broken your heart and you know.
मैं ब्लॉक हुआ हूँ. मेरे को मौका ही नहीं मिला करने का, उसके पहले मैं ही हो गया.
For all film-related interviews, reviews and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Firstly, many congratulations, the three of you. I won't say kho gaye tum kahan. I think you all in a way have found yourselves. So, I mean, the success, were you anticipating it or has it come as a surprise at some level?
क्या बोले?
We really enjoyed ourselves when we did the film, I guess. But I don't think, like, at least for me, I can never anticipate anything, and don't even like to, because I think it just leads to disappointment. So so then you just enjoy the process and then you leave it to whatever has to happen. I feel like I feel a lot of gratitude and love for, like, all the love that's been coming our way, and yeah, it's really been incredible. It's been above and beyond everything I'd imagined.
Yeah, same. I know I had a good feeling about it. Like I was excited and I was like, because when you've made something you're proud of, I was just happy to put that out into the world. I didn't know the fate of the film. I was most excited and happy for Arjun, our director, because I felt like when we saw the film, exactly the film he had narrated to us, it was the film he wanted to make. So I was the happiest for him. And now also when the praise comes, especially the part about Arjun, I get, the most excited about, because yeah, he's done such a wonderful job and he's really understood the pulse, of our generation. But I was expecting good, but I was not expecting this much love. And I think the best part is that, as Sid said before, it's not just, oh, great movie. It's actually paragraphs about like what people have felt, what they've related to, what they've connected with, things they want to change in their life, people they're remembering after watching the film. So I think it's not just a simple, oh, wonderful movie. It's actually a soul connection, which is nice.
Siddhant, we both spoke also just a few days ago. But, the thing is, you're literally like the talk of the town, all three of you. So how are you like wrapping your mind around the same?
अच्छा है मैम, बहुत टाइम बाद ऐसा हो रहा है. मुझे तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है. लास्ट टाइम ऐसा कुछ हुआ था गली बॉय के बाद, और अब उस लेवल का मैं कह सकता हूँ कि I've been feeling so overwhelmed with the love we all are getting, especially as Ananya said, for Arjun, because I've seen his journey. We started together in a way. So I've seen the script as a baby and then just become this where everybody is showering us with all the love. So I just feel really good for all of us in a way, because we all three of us have done some really good work before this, but I think this is almost, it feels like our first film in a way. I don't know why, but it just feels like that kind of a love, like because I'm kind of attaching myself to Arjun because it's his first film, and because we are so close, all three of us, to Arjun, it almost feels like a first film for all three of us. And first film of this kind, definitely it is, because ऐसी film social media पे अभी तक बनी नहीं है. ऐसी young film काफी समय से नहीं आ रही, because if you have seen, all these big action films are being released and people are loving them, and I was not very sure about if this would actually strike the right chord. I knew that we may have made a good film, but I did not expect this much of love, because I thought कि यार consumer टेस्ट थोड़ा चेंज हो गया होगा, ऑडियंस का टेस्ट थोड़ा चेंज हो गया, बिकॉज एवरीबडी वांट्स टू सी एक्शन, एंड हाँ, लोग ये देखेंगे, बट पता नहीं, मुझे ये नहीं पता चला कि 26 तारीख को ही एक साथ बैठ के सब देखेंगे, ऑलमोस्ट लाइक एन इवेंट, because 26, 27, 28, 29th were like packed with like stories, DMs, it was just everywhere, and it's still going on and on.
Theatrical release for some reason.
Exactly. And it was quite surprising, because ऐसी फिल्में पहले हम like we have enjoyed it, Wake Up से जाने तू या जाने ना, दिल चाहता है, ऐसी फिल्में आई हैं, लेकिन मुझे लगा कि यार अभी थोड़ा टाइम चेंज हो गया, मे बी शायद they will like it, but I don't know ऐसे कैसे कि you're recommending it, you're writing paragraphs, everybody feels like I almost feel like we've got the Gen Zs and the millennials together with this one. Like it's a union. It's almost like ये हमारी film है, it's almost like that. So I think that's a good feeling.
Apparently that's what the new ones are called. But Ananya, have you seen the love pouring in for you? Because I have been speaking to you from your first film. And I mean, I would say this is one of your career best because I felt you owned Ahana because I just felt you were very comfortable being her. But also, she is also very relatable for, I think, every girl, whatever age she might be, because she's so accomplished, but her relationship is what defines her. So tell me, are you firstly anything like Ahana? And also, do you feel, every actor takes time to evolve. Do you actually feel this is like the start of your, I would say, an evolution, a new Ananya that we're getting to see? Because I see something different in you over the past 2 years. There's something different, which I'm going to ask the two boys later.
Thank you. I got overwhelmed. I think Ahana is similar to I am, and I used to say this a lot before the film release, and the boys used to be like, no, she's not like you, this, that, and stuff. But there was just something that I felt very strongly, I felt very connected to her. And I guess after the film release, I realized that it's with every girl, as you said, it's with every woman, every girl, because she has somewhere at some point in her life felt that way, felt defined by her relationship. You can have everything in the world, but if you just don't have that one person replying to you or seeing you, then everything feels like hell, almost exaggerated, but it does feel like that in the moment. So yeah, I've also felt like Ahana at many points in my life, and that's why playing her, I felt very comfortable, and I think it was very important for me to. It might sound superficial, but to be as normal as possible. Even when it came to my hair and makeup and the way I dressed, because the character is written so realistically, even in terms of the way she looked, I wanted her to look like just a normal girl. And Arjun was also very clear on that. That's why when she changes and when she transforms herself, it should look like different in that way. So I think even in terms of, because at the end of the day, I want young girls to look, and I think not just with this film, I think just in generally in the way I've conducted myself, I've always wanted a young girl or a young boy to feel as comfortable in their skin because I've helped them feel that way. So I'm just grateful that this film has added to that, whatever I've been trying to say in a way. And yes, I also do feel a difference because when I started out, I just wanted to sing and dance on mountains in a sari. That was my dream. And that was what I thought being an actor was. But I think with Gehraiyan especially, and just in general, all the people that I've worked with, it's added a lot, and it's changed me a lot. And I've just fallen in love with the process of acting and just working on myself and getting better with everything. Like for the first time, I think with this film, a little bit with Gehraiyan, but especially with this film, when people came up to me, I was in London right now. I thought people were coming up to me to take a photo as they usually do, but this time they actually stopped me to speak about the film, and that's never happened to me before. And it's actually a feeling I think every actor has felt, but it's indescribable. The warmth and the high you feel after giving something that people hold on to so dearly. And I feel like now I just want to add more films that have left an impact, in a way, that aren't momentary. They last forever. That characters that people can carry with themselves forever.
I'll ask a Gehraiyan co-star here. That's your second outing together. बहुत गहराई में चली गई है लड़की. What do you say, Siddhant?
I think हम दोनों एक दूसरे के लकी चार्म हैं. हम साथ में आते हैं तो कुछ ना कुछ होता ही है. So I think वो चीज पिछले I think गहराइयाँ में भी I got to know her better, and in this film we really bonded well, and you can see it, like people are loving her character and they're relating to her character so much that it's making Imad and Neil more aspirational in a way that they want friends like I am Ahana, but I want friends like Neil and Imad. So that's a very good feeling, I feel, and yeah, and I've kind of seen her grow and grow and grow, and work ethics have always been strong. Yes, I mean, this feels like her, kind of one of the best performances, which it is. But I also feel it depends on the timing and the opportunity. I think she was at the right place at the right time and in the right state of mind. Everything just worked magic. And yes, definitely the confidence, more the process. I think the confidence after this, the reception after this will kind of
Why does the
even
network
better
have to go in his
this
praise?
as well. But it's just the timing, exception, and the love and the warmth which we all need as actors, the validation that actually helps us kind of put in more efforts in the next project, which we'll be doing, of choosing the next right thing. So I think that will really kind of. So I'm looking forward to everything what Neil, Adarsh, and Ananya both are up.
Yeah, Ananya के case में अब लगता है like she's stopped that chatter that used to happen around her and affect her. She's kind of blocked that chatter. Like she doesn't care. She doesn't care. Yeah, right, Ananya?
No, I care. I'll always care because I don't want to live in this like delusion and this glass house where I'm not listening to what people are actually saying. I think as actors, it's very important to filter in what's important, take the feedback of the audience, and know what you can do better next time. But I think I've been able to understand what is unnecessary and what is necessary. I think that's the only. So there's a filter. That's not shut, but there's a filter.
And well, Adarsh, Neil, I mean, I couldn't have ever imagined you as a gym trainer, you know. And then when he's like working out, I was like, oh my God, so impressed that when they came to you with Neil, and as Siddhant himself had said, he thought that Neil would be for him. Were you like, was this a character you felt? I mean, did you in a way have a doubt or something? Will I be able to pull it off? But I also find Neil the most relatable also because he showcases all our insecurities. He wants to be his aspiration and he wants to be accepted. And yeah, he does some things that are wrong, but I think all of us are guilty of it at some stage in life.
Yeah. No, I didn't have any doubt that I would pull it off. The only question I had that how much time do I have to do this? Because I think I lucked out. I auditioned for this in January of 2021, and initially we were supposed to begin shooting in July of 2021. But because of COVID and then our schedules and everything, it got pushed by 6 more months. So instead of getting 6 months, I almost got a year to train. Because at the end of 6 months, I wasn't even close to where we had to be. And I was very worried. And I used to have these panic calls with Arjun and Sid. I remember like being like, bro, I'm not looking anything like Neil. What do I do? And I'm doing everything that, needs to be done, except for eating chicken. So then I started eating chicken because I'm a vegetarian. And
and the irony is when he used to call me, I was shooting for my action film. So I was all ripped and big and I was shredded, and then I used to be like, "नहीं bro, ये कर वो कर," and I was like, "ठीक है, last resort, नहीं हुआ तो मैंने shoot के पहले सॉफ्ट कर लेंगे, तू stand up comedian बन जा." Because I had to shed everything before I had to be lean, and he had to kind of bulk, so we actually had to go the other way.
Wow. But I want to ask each one of you guilty of. I'll start with the lady first. Are you guilty? I mean, like Ahana, have you been like constantly like messaging, say, a boyfriend or a crush, like, aren't you calling me? Aren't you calling me? Puri, you're like, have you been guilty of that? Or are you like, it's okay, if you're not responding, I'll ghost you as well?
I'm a Scorpio as my necklace.
Okay.
I'm very, very intense as a person and as a girlfriend also. I'm very possessive is putting it nicely. So yeah, I've been Ahana, and everyone is guilty of being Ahana, and it's okay. I think everyone should be. If you love someone and you feel something, you should always say it. I'm a firm believer of that, and it's okay to make a fool of yourself because you shouldn't have any regrets in life. That मैंने नहीं बोला था जब time था. So yeah, I've done it, but it's okay.
And Adarsh, what about you? कभी ऐसे block किया girlfriend को या like someone who's broken your heart and
मैं block हुआ हूँ. मेरे को मौका ही नहीं मिला करने का, उसके पहले मैं ही हो गया. No, I'm just joking. This never happened. I just made up a story. But sure, I mean, yeah, like when
check कर unblock हो गया होगा अभी film के बाद.
There have been moments when, of course, when you get into like an intense discussion, or if you're fighting over something, of course, then the person doesn't pick up, then you're like, I have to like resolve this right now. I can't wait to this or whatever. So it depends on the urgency of the situation, I guess. But yeah, we've all been there.
सिद्धांत, वैसे आप तो टिंडर पे रहे नहीं हो, आपने आज बोला कि तकरीबन कभी-कभी मल्टीपल प्रोफाइल्स हैं, बनाई हैं?
नहीं मल्टीपल प्रोफाइल्स तो नहीं है मैम. मेरा बस पेज है जहाँ पर लिखता हूँ मैं, और कुछ ऐसा तो नहीं है. मल्टीपल प्रोफाइल्स तो नहीं है.
ओके, चलो. एंड वेल,
मैंने ब्लॉग भी नहीं किया किसी को.
ब्लॉग भी नहीं किया, ये तो गुड बॉय है.
नहीं, मैं ऐसा हूँ कि अगर मान लीजिए अगर झगड़ा वगड़ा हो गया, कुछ हो गया, तो मेरा ये होता है कि आई नीड, मतलब मैं उस टाइम मुझे बात करना अच्छा नहीं लगता, तो आई टेक माई टाइम। एंड कई लोग का ऐसा होता है कि अगर फाइट अभी हुई है तो फाइट करके सोना नहीं चाहिए, रिजॉल्व करके ही सोना चाहिए रात को। कोशिश करता हूँ, होता नहीं है मुझसे, बिकॉज आई नीड दैट मच टाइम टू काइंड ऑफ तो मैं बात नहीं करता बेसिकली, आई जस्ट शट माई सेल्फ, एंड देन इट गेट्स अ लिटिल अननोइंग फॉर द गर्ल।
Cool. And Ananya, are you rebooted? And also, like Ahana, your streak of independence, you're in your own place. So many congratulations. How does it feel without that connecting door that links you and your sister's room and away from mama's prying eyes?
Well, I'm actually in my old room only, and I'm not being able to cut this umbilical cord clearly. My parents are like, "When are you moving out?" I'm like, "Yeah, next week." Next week, I had this whole like, "Yeah, I'm going to be independent and everything." But as hard as I guess parents find it, I think even children sometimes find it, not a child anymore, but their children find it hard to let go sometimes. But I want to take that responsibility, and I want to. I think for me, it's more about just growing as a person, and I think realizing the things that I like, the things that I want to do in life. What am I, without my parents' influence, even though it's been lovely and formed me as a human I am, I think it's time to like take the next step, which I'm not being able to do because I can still see my sisters connecting door.
Also, this is the best time to be around family.
Exactly. My sister's also here for like 2 weeks because she goes
Yeah.
back to study. So yeah.
And last question, one thing about the other, since I mean, I like the friendship that you all did. And what I liked was it was a platonic friendship amongst the three of you. Like she played the peacemaker between the two of you. Each one had the other's back. What is the one thing as a friend you found in the other?
In us?
Yeah.
Adarsh?
Why am I expected to start this?
Okay, let's both say things about Adarsh first.
Okay.
So I can say my favorite part about Adarsh is his ability to tell stories. I think he's the most interesting person I've ever come across. Like he'll just have this like box of like the most random, funniest, sometimes scary stories, and I just love listening to his stories.
Yeah.
And also I feel like he's that person, in a friend group, when you say something and then you look at the other person, he's always that person I can look to. If I say something stupid or if Sid says something stupid, I always look at Adarsh and he's always just like looking back at me. When you feel like someone's not heard your joke, that one person who's just there, he's that person.
Yeah. For Adarsh, I think अगर हम इस फिल्म में नहीं भी मिलते, ये एक्टर नहीं भी होता, तो भी मुझे लगता है कहीं हिमाचल में या कहीं तो मिलते और बैठते और बहुत बातें करते हैं, बिकॉज आई थिंक आई लव द वे हिज ब्रेन एक्चुअली वर्क्स. It's he actually, I mean, he's always seeking something else beyond what we do, and he doesn't like to get structured or be be like, in a way defined, I would say. At the same time having a very strong discipline in life. But he's always trying new things and, looking for more and more and more. I think his urge to kind of seek life is something which I really connect with. And yeah, I mean, that's a good quality to have. You'll never be that you can talk to him. It's as simple as that, because as actors at times at parties you feel like kya hi baat kare inse, because everything is about just the industry or the gossip or here. With him, I think even if he was not an actor or I'd met him anywhere, I would still be like talking to him, and we can talk for hours. Even when we call each other, we are like talking for 45 minutes. And so yeah, I think that's a good thing which I really really like about him. And for Ananya, I think the best thing is she's very sensitive and she's very self-aware all the time. There are times when I say things which she'll correct me and she'll understand the sensitive. She knows the audience better than I do, I feel. She knows the reception better than I do. So she knows how to conduct herself in public. Sometimes I do tend to kind of be a little, my humor is kind of mean or cross the line a little bit, but she'll always pull me back and she'll always kind of look out for me. She'll always tell me, ये नहीं बोलना था, ये बोलना चाहिए था. So she's always there to kind of, it's Imad and Ahana basically. I mean, I just really describe the relationship
You found yourselves,
but
you found a friendship between the two.
Yeah. So
Totally.
that's, and also she's very, very sensitive as well. It's not like she's very sensitive to a lot of things which I really like. you can actually have a heart-to-heart conversation with her as well. But yeah, that's what I feel.
I'll say about Sid. My favorite thing about Sid is that he always wants everyone around him to be happy and to have fun. He includes everyone in everything. Like even with his friends that are not in our industry, his friends from college and school and everything. He always includes us in that dynamic. If there's anything at his house, if everyone's jamming, chilling, singing, he'll always make us feel a part of it because he wants everyone to just be happy and to have fun. Like even on set, like he has that energy. He comes in, even on stage, Adarsh and I have noticed he always wants the crowd to be excited. So I think he wants everyone around him to always be in a good mood, and he would like to contribute to that in any way that he can, which is a really good quality because if I have a bad day, I'm having a bad day, and everyone knows I'm having a bad day, and like I can't really make other people feel good when I'm not feeling good. But that's a really nice quality if you can do that. No matter what's happening in your life, you can make others feel good.
Wow. I think each one.
I still have to say things
about me.
I'll start with Ananya. I think Ananya's curiosity and her ability to retain things. I just feel like she's highly observant and she's very curious about everything that she sees. And then she also has a memory of an elephant, like, something that has happened to me or with anybody 2 years ago and which might seem insignificant. She will remember it and she will describe that moment to you.
He is private investigator.
Yeah, she is a private
like a bio says.
You
Sherlock.
also remember anything that someone must have done to you also.
Yeah, I think she really has like an incredible power to retain things and to absorb things. And
Yeah.
she's also a feeler. She gets affected by things a lot. I feel like I mean, it's a quality that's a prerequisite for an actor, but I still feel like Ananya has that in a large, like she really feels things and she gets really affected by things, and it's just a very admirable and a very useful quality to have, honestly, as an actor. Because I feel like there are some things that you can acquire and some things that you're born with, and I feel like this is something that she's just born with, her ability to feel. With Sid, I feel like there's barely anybody else I know who has the amount of confidence and like when Sid goes on stage and when he's talking to people, he can sway the audience any way he wants to. Like, I feel like he really has a grip and control over the audience. I really want to see Sid play a godman. I think it would be great to see Sid play like a godman who's like, like controlling crowds and like there's 10,000 people and people are doing what he wants. So I feel like Sid is a great entertainer. He's a showman. He's a performer. And yeah, it's like such a rare quality to have. Yeah.
Amazing, guys.
चलो धागा बच्चा हाथ दो धागा बांधो
धागा दो.
But I mean, honestly, with friends like this, I don't, it just makes the world a better place. And you did show that. And it was a lesson to all of us to detox, just find your own tribe. And anyway, we might have a Kho Gaya Hum Kahan part 2. Would be interesting to see where the life goes.
We're just planning it.
Looking forward to that, but all the very best. And I must say, all three of you were just remarkable. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.